And I think at least this administration understands that truckers are the backbone of America. Three-quarters of our nation's freight is moved by trucks. 12 million Americans are employed in the trucking industry. It's a great job, a great pathway to build financial security and financial success, to raise a family. You can do that in the trucking industry, as well as not coming out of school and having $50, $100, or $200,000 in debt. You get out at a young age and you can start making a great living. Today we're here to restore common sense and safety to our roadways. For too long, misguided policies have prioritized political correctness over safety of the American people. President Trump, if you listen to him, he says that he puts safety first, and he does. He also puts America first as well. That means ensuring that our roadways are safe. The president's recent executive order is a clear statement. We support America's truckers and will safeguard our roadways for our truckers and for the American people. This means enforcing common sense rules and removing unnecessary burdens that hinder our truckers' work. So today, under President Trump's direction, we're going to take action. I'm officially rescinding the reckless 2016 Obama guidance on English language proficiency. We're going to replace it with stronger enforcement procedures. So federal law has always been clear. Commercial drivers must be proficient in English. English is the language of opportunity in America. Allowing drivers who cannot read stop signs or understand police officers' instructions to operate an 80,000-pound big rig threatens the safety of every American on our roadways. There's numerous examples across the country where we've had people who are operating this kind of equipment who can't speak the language, and the results have been devastating and have taken the lives of so many American families. That's going to end right now. Instead, we are issuing new guidance that ensures a driver who can't understand English will not drive a commercial vehicle in this country. Period. Full stop. Enforcing out-of-service violations is about preventing tragedies and saving lives. So in 2015, before President Obama changed the guidance, over 99,000 drivers had English language proficiency violations. So almost 100,000 violations of not speaking English. 1,000 of those drivers were taken out of service. So let's fast forward to 2024. That dropped to 10,000 violations, and 0 were taken out of service for a violation of the English language proficiency. So think about that. That means we have let 1,000 of the worst offenders basically off the hook with a slap on the wrist. That's not going to happen anymore. We're going to put safety first. But the president's executive order on English language proficiency didn't stop there. So in accordance with the president's executive order, DOT is taking additional action. So number one, we're reviewing the security of commercial driver's license. Now, this is a state-by-state issue, but we do have a role, and we are reviewing the security procedures around how CDLs are given throughout the states. We're going to review non-domiciled CDLs, and we're going to improve verification protocols for both domestic and international credentials to ensure only qualified drivers are behind the wheel on American roads. The EO also directs the DOT to improve the working lives of truckers, which, by the way, I got to tell you, it's one of the most vocal groups of people I've heard from in my time at DOT. When they have an issue, they know how to use Twitter. They know how to use all social media. I hear from the truckers a lot, and this English language proficiency was one of the big ones. But they've also said the quality of life could be improved. You could help us out at US DOT to improve that for us, and that means looking at critical needs like truck parking, which impacts the lives of truckers every day on the road. There'll be more to come on this, but you can be assured that the DOT is committing to helping truckers and trucker safety. From not enforcing English language proficiency to broker fraud to non-domiciled CDLs, it kind of feels like the trucking industry has become the Wild West with a lot of bad actors who have been allowed to play in this space. We're going to end the play of bad actors, and we are going to support and encourage and prop up the great businesses, the great drivers, the great brokers that make this country work, that move our products, that make sure that we have a supply chain that functions and functions well in this country. So today's actions are a step in the right direction. We'll not compromise when it comes to safety. And I just want to, again, thank USDOT for being here. And I'm going to tell you, this administration, and maybe it brings me back to President Trump, being shot in the face. And that's a moment where you can't think about that. You can't plan that. You can't orchestrate that. There's just something genetic that happens when you respond. And we saw our president stand up and put his fist in the air and say, fight, fight, fight. And I say that because our president has grit, right? This is an industry that also has grit. And you have a USDOT right now that shares that grit. And so we are going to work together and fight together to make sure we enforce our laws, make sure our roads are safe, and we take the bad actors out of business and off our roads. And so